Good evening, everybody. We are here for an XCL Tuesday evening event with the rookie race here on the Red Fox Broadcasting Network. We also have a side-by-side event with the bronze class, plus drivers over on the Dick Trickle Racing Network. So if you want to go over and watch the sort of bronze, silver, gold drivers, that's over on Dick Trickle's network. And if you're staying here with me, you're here to watch the bronze race here at the nighttime circuit of Paul Ricard. I do like the night side, whenever there's a night race, because I just think with the the lights on the cars and stuff, and the kind of street lights that that Paul Ricard has, it's always a good race to watch. We have a small field today, I'd say, of 21 drivers. We should have had, I think, 28. So we are missing about 7 or so, but it's all good, and hopefully we will see an exciting race out there. Unknown Rebirth saying, yo, how are we? We are good, Unknown Rebirth, how are you? We are riding currently with the first driver out of the pits, which is Streaky Cub. Now, Streaky Cub, if you were watching the rookie race on Friday, burst onto the XCL scene with a pole position, fastest lap, and race win on his XCL debut. So Streaky Cub is definitely one for the future in regards to his outright pace. But I think the story of today, though, might be GSW Partik getting himself into the bronze classifications. I think he's about 22 points away, so anything in the top top 5, top 10 probably even, he should get himself, well no, not top 10 I suppose today, let's say top 5 to be safe. He'll get himself up into the the bronze category and go up there and race with the elite drivers. So Partik, who we do know is a fast driver, and I fully expect him to probably be on pole today with maybe a 154, 153. But Streaky Cub will keep him honest, I'm sure. He is a very, very quick driver, and I'm sure he'll just get faster as the race goes on. Jamie Fellow saying... Yeah, Jamie Fellow saying, and well, luckily it's just a qualifying, and he is on a, I think he was on an out lap, so I don't think it matters too much. But Streaky Cub will probably be on the podium today, I'd imagine, unless someone else can surprise me here. We also have a few new rookie drivers today as well, so it will be good out there. We do have the 15-minute qualifying, because I think the grid could have held 40, but I think we've only had... there's a couple one. Martin SWK has jumped in at the last minute, but we did have 28 drivers signed up today, which is good. Just so I said, guys, there is a side-by-side race going on today, so if you do want to watch the bronze, silver and gold race, that is over on the Dick Trickle Racing Network. If you are sticking with me today, you are here watching the future stars of XCL in the rookie class. We have, like I said, 22 drivers out there, so it should be a really good race. I think as well that the race is a 30-minute race, which does mean we will have a pit stop today, which is good, which will be quite exciting to see. But I'm looking forward to seeing what these drivers can do out there. And I think, I don't know, I wasn't looking here. I don't know if Streaky Cub has defaulted this lap, but let's see what he can do on his first out lap on there. Then we'll have a look around the field and see who else is setting times. But like I said, Streaky Cub should find himself on the podium today with a good qualifying session. So we'll see what he can do on his first lap. And he sets a 1:55.6. We do know that the pole time will probably be somewhere in the the 153s, 154s. But let's see what Partik can do. The man I have predicted will get on pole. And he will. He said he's 22 XCL rating points away from becoming a bronze driver. So good luck to him today as he sets a 1:54.6. Comfortably putting himself over almost a second ahead of Streaky Cub in second place. Let's see who else is number 22 car next. That is Hushed Webb. Hushed Webb is a seasoned XCL veteran driver. He is down in the rookie classes because, as I said, he has some good races now and again, but then it's sort of complemented by maybe a bad one here and there, and that's just sort of keeping him down in the rookie classes. But Hush Webb is normally out there on a daily basis doing his best to try and move his way up the rankings, so good luck today, Hush Webb. Back in his familiar Porsche. This black Porsche that you normally see him riding, and I think he was trying a different car recently, but it is good to see him back up in his favoured Porsche. Let's see what he can do on his first lap. There's a massive field spread currently with the top 10 drivers separated by 6.8 seconds. Hush Webb might be able to get himself in that mix there. Let's see what he can do on his first lap. So as he crosses the line, he goes last, 6.9 seconds off the pace. Saedo, we do know, does have the pace on a good day. Let's see what he can do on his first lap out there. Jamie Fellow saying, how do we get onto these XCL servers? Is that a SimGrid channel? No. So, good question, Jamie, and I will answer that question whilst we're just riding here with a few drivers. Yes, XCL is basically, well, XCL stands for the Xbox Community League, and you can access all of their information via the xboxcommunityleague.com website. Basically, you just go onto the xboxcommunityleague.com website, you sign up there, and basically you request a rating. Every person that requests a rating gets starts with 1,500 points, and then basically your points go up and down based on how you perform in the races. Simple as that, really. If you get above 2,000 points, you become a bronze class driver. 3,000 would be silver, 4,000 gold, 5,000 makes you a platinum elite driver. Basically, yeah, if you just go out there and yeah, just race hard and race clean, then you you find yourself in bronze quite quickly. But basically, what you then do is you go on to Discord, and then obviously you can join the XCL channel there, and you can just chat to everyone. But basically, all the sign-ups for the races and everything are done via their website, xboxcommunityleague.com. It's a pretty straightforward website. You just sign up, like I said, you just look at the races, you click which one you want to register to, and then basically you get an email that will come through, and it'll just basically tell you where you need to go to, basically it'll send you out the server name and the server password. The server passwords and stuff change every day, and yeah, basically you just go on there, race, practice, and have fun. It's well, you say similar to SimGrid. I suppose a little bit similar to SimGrid. I do like the way Xbox, XCL run their things. But yeah, I suppose it is a bit similar to that. Yeah. But if you are interested in getting involved, definitely sign up. As we see Stephen there go to 12th place with a 5.7. 5.7 seconds off the pace. The 242 car, where are you? That is Saedo. We've already ran with you before. Let's see who else. That number 21 car, where are you? That's Obenji. Obenji currently 2.3 seconds off the pace. There is still 7.5 minutes left to qualifying, so there's still lots and lots of time out there for people to set times. We're down to still the 22 drivers. We see Obenji get a little wobble there, but yeah, Obenji is moving his way up the rankings. I think he's got about 1,600, 1,700 points currently. He's had a couple of good races out there, so I think he will find himself in bronze sooner rather than later. As you see Obenji come on the last couple of corners now. He's currently 2.3 seconds off the pace, but he can move himself up a couple of places just by getting about 0.4 of a second up there. So let's see what he can do this time round. So as he crosses the line, he doesn't improve this time round. Let's see who else is out there. There's not a lot of people on flying laps currently. Is that the number 35 car? 85, where are you? That is Maseno. Let's see what Maseno can do on his last few corners. So Maseno currently in 8th place, 3.1 seconds off the pace. We'll see what he can do on his lap. He has got a driver in front of him, I think also on a flyer. It looks like he took a wide line there. Hopefully they're not going to trap each other up. At this point, with about 6 minutes to go, you probably want to kind of spread out a little bit and give each other some space. But as Maseno crosses the line, can he improve on his existing time? It doesn't look like he can. We then have the number 34 car coming through next. That is Tilo Staz. Tilo Staz hasn't set a time yet, but he is one of the new drivers out there in XCL, so we'll go through those in a bit later on. But this is one of the debutants having his first ever qualifying session with us. Let's see what he can do today. Jamie Fellows, did you pass your assessment for TSRC? Hopefully I'll see you racing there this season. 28, who is that? Where is the number 28 car? That is Martin SWK. Let's see what he can do on his first qualifying lap. So at the minute, the fastest time out there is a 1:54.1, so that may go down to the 1:53s. As you can see at the minute, Streaky Cub is 1.5 seconds off the pace of Partik. Partik, who is only 22 XCL points away from becoming a bronze driver, is dominating the field out there, and I think he's going to cruise his way to victory based on these kind of times. Then there's about half a second up to Big Al, and then there's a few cars quite close to that, but if you go down to 10th place here, it's 3.5 second field spread, so it is quite a quite a difference in skill levels here, I would say, or pace at least. Silent Nate, one of the other newcomers out there today, he is currently in last, because he hasn't set a time yet, but let's see what he can do in his first flying lap. So I think we have 4 drivers out there that are new, but I'll go through them at the start of the race. But I like to have like a little battle of the newcomers so you can get out there and do the best. But yeah, Silent Nate coming around now. What can he do on his first lap? And as he crosses the line, does he set a time? Oh, he does. He goes P8, 2.5 seconds off the pace. That is not a good, also not a good, not a bad, place to start. Party coming across the line now. Can he improve on his 54.1 and get himself into 53s? It doesn't look like he can. The number 23 car's next to come across the line. That is Steven. Steven currently P15, 5 seconds off the pace. Can he find some more time and get himself up into that top 10? He needs to find about 2 seconds to do that. What is he doing this time around? Steven crosses the line and stays P15. 73. Where's that car? Where are you? That is Rewex. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it is, we'll call him Rewex. But he's currently P20, the slowest driver out there with 7.4 seconds off the pace. Hopefully he'll be able to find a bit more pace out there. He needs to find about 0.9 of a second to get up to Saedo's time ahead of him, 6.3 seconds off the pace. Let's see what Rywex can do as he crosses the line. Does he improve? It doesn't look like he does. We have the number 36 driver out there next. That is Martin NL in the Lamborghini, the highest ranked Lamborghini driver out there. Actually, the only one that hasn't set a time apart from him is Farrell 24. But as Martin crosses the line, currently 2.1 seconds back, he does improve to 1.7 seconds back and does pass Big Al for 4th place. Streaky Cub is coming around the last corner now. We'll see if he can improve on his time from 1.3 seconds off the pace. What can he do this time round? Oh, he goes to 0.8 of a second behind, so he has found some time out there, which is good news for us and the entertainment of the race. Wenger coming across the line. He's currently P14, 4.8 seconds away. Then we have, is that the 297 car? That is Sammy 1027. Let's see what Sammy can do. Currently 2.2 seconds back. Sixth place currently in qualifying. And as he crosses the line, he doesn't improve. He stays 2.2. We still have 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go. So I think if you're coming out of the pits now, as you see a couple of drivers coming out, they might just get round in time. And I think that'll be the last people to set a time. We have the number 23 car of Steven coming around again. Can he improve this time? Steven, yeah, still 5 seconds back. Can he? Seems to be pumping in the laps currently. What can he do this time round? He improves a little bit. He goes 4.5 seconds back, so that's good. He goes up 1 place to 14th. We see Rewex coming around again. Here's the next driver on the fly. The 2 drivers ahead of him aren't actually setting times yet. So let's see what he can do this time round. Farrell, is he out there, Farrell? No, he's in the pits. I think I don't know if he's just him and Springsfield. Looks like they're opting not to qualify. But Rewex coming around now. I said 7.5 seconds off the pace. Let's see what he can do. Can he get himself up into 19th? He needs to find himself about 0.9 of a second. Does he improve this time round? He does. He goes 6.1 seconds back and he passes Saedo and promotes himself up into 19th place. We then have J. Kirk next out there. Oh, it looks like he's just getting out of the way. Maybe he's aborted his lap. He'll go around again and set another time. Is it the 68 car next? That is Big Al. So Big Al, we do know, is 5th place currently. Can he get himself back up past Martin, who did pass him previously? And as he crosses the line, he does improve, but not enough to move himself up. Sunny Daddy next is coming across the line. He is P9, currently 3 seconds off the pace. We still have 40 seconds left, so these drivers are still going to have another chance out there to qualify. All the drivers coming around now are currently on out laps. So the next driver out there that can set a time is the number 82 car. Where are you? That is J. Kirk. Or Jerkio, so not J. Kirk, that is Jerkio. We have J. Kirk and Jerkio, which is interesting. But yeah, so just so we know, guys, currently Partick is currently on pole with a 154.0. There's only one driver within a second of him, sorry, and that is Streaky Cub, but he's only just within a second. And then there's only three more drivers within 2 seconds of the time, with Obenji, Martin, and Big Al, and then everyone else then starts to fall back quite dramatically. So I think there is going to be a very small number of people that potentially can get themselves onto the podium. But you never really know what kind of crashes are going to go on out there. But let's see if Jay Kirkya, I don't know if he has defaulted his lap, but oh no, yeah, he definitely has now. So the next driver out there that can set a time is the 68 car. That is Big Al. So Big Al then has the 76 car behind him of Sunny Daddy. So we'll see what these two drivers can do. I think they're actually the last two drivers out there that can set a time. So let's see. So Big Al currently P5. Can he get himself up maybe into fourth or third, or even better? And then we have Sunny Daddy, currently 9th. Can he get himself up maybe a bit further, maybe into the top 5? We'll see. So Big Al coming around the last couple of corners now. What can he do this time round? Currently 1.9 back. Does he improve on his final qualifying lap? He does. He does. He goes up 1.6 seconds back, and then he does improve past Martin. So that's pushed Martin back down to the the third row of the grid, and allow Big Al to get himself up there a little bit. So that's going to be a good race between Martin and Big Al. Sunny Daddy doesn't improve. I mean, he might have improved slightly on his time, but he doesn't get himself up the order. So yeah, basically this is a story of Partick dominating the field here with a 154.0 pole time, a second faster than everybody, or at least a second faster than everybody else out there. And yeah, he's only 22 XCL points away from getting himself onto up to the bronze ratings, so that's good luck to him today. All he has to do, if he gets the win, or even anywhere on the top 5, like I said, he should cruise those points and get himself up to bronze. Then we have the debutant winner, Streaky Cub, in second place, who will be looking to just maintain his good form and get himself a podium finish, potentially, maybe even a win if he can, if he has better race pace than Partick, or Partick makes a mistake out there. Benji again has just trying to move himself up the order, but then we have a few debutants out there, like Martin in 5th is a debutant, so he's going to be having a bit of race with maybe Silent Nate in 8th place, who is also a debutant as well. But let me just show you through the times, guys. We have 2 minutes before the start of the race. So, yeah, Partick out there with the fastest first, second, and third sectors. That 154's dead is probably as quick as it could have been there today. Streaky Cub, like I said, the only driver in the 54s behind him, just scraping into the 54s with 54.995. We then have only 3 drivers in the 55s. So Martin, Big Al, Benji. I think these 3 drivers here are going to be having a bit of a race for what will be the last podium spot, I'd imagine. And then we have Sammy down to, even just down to DTE, Albi, being the 56s and 57s, and then it drops off to 58s, 59s, and even 2 minutes at the back between Hushware, Brebex, and Saedo. And then we have 2 drivers, Springsphere and Fowl, that didn't actually set a qualifying time. So there's a significant gap here of about 6.5 seconds between the front and the back here. So I think we're going to see quite a big field spread. So I'll do my best to follow as much of the action as possible. And then we will, like I said, with about 10 minutes or so to go, we will have the random 5 drivers doing a minute kind of on board, so we'll have a look at that as well. But I think Partick's going to have maybe quite a lonely race out there. If he gets away early doors, he'll probably just find himself cruising away with this, and it'll just be a case of can Streaky Cub hold off the rest of the guys and take that second place. There's only one Lamborghini driver out there in the top 20, which is debutant Martin. So good luck to these guys. See all the lights coming on now. This is a good shot. It's a bit lighter out there at the minute, but I think they will get a bit darker as the race goes on. And remember, guys, different to normal Rookie Tuesdays, there is now a 30-minute race, so we will see pit stops. So remember to watch out for that as well. That is something that could potentially cause a few stop and go 30 penalties for speeding in the pit lane out there. But we ride now with GSW GD Partick in the 89 Ferrari. We do know that he is 22 points away from becoming the newest XCL bronze driver. So all he has to do is keep the car on the road, get himself in the top 5, and he will secure his yeah, future in the bronze categories at XCL Racing with the bigger, the faster drivers out there trying to prove his worth with the best of the best. So good luck to Partik today. Streaky Cub is alongside him on the front row. It is an all Ferrari front row here. Benji in a Porsche. Bear in mind the Porsche struggles out here at Paul Ricard because of that really long straight and it's really low top speed. But Benji managed to take that Porsche up into third place, which is really, really good for him. He has Big Al 68 in the 68 Ferrari alongside him in fourth place. We have our leading debutant, Martin NL, in fifth place in the Lamborghini there. He has got Sammy alongside him to make up the third row. J. Kirk is seventh place, and alongside him is Silent Nate, who is our second place debutant driver today. So good luck to Silent Nate out there today. That's an interesting fourth row there with an Aston Martin and a BMW. So we have got, was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 manufacturers in the top 10, which is quite exciting. Sunny Daddy in 9th place, and then we have Masano in 10th, like I said, in that 85 McLaren. That is another manufacturer, so it's the sixth manufacturer in the top 10. DTLB in the second Porsche out there is in 11th place with another rookie driver, Tilo Staz, in 12th place. That's a very good, that's quite a good debutant qualifying really by Martin, Tilo Staz and Silent Nate. Really, really good by those guys. We then have Jerkio in 13th place and Wenger in 14th, making it an all Ferrari 7th row. We have Steven in the Nissan in 15th with Bimmer in 16th place. We have Martin SWK in 17th with Hush Webb alongside him in 18th. And then we have Farrell in 19th with Rewex in 20th. And then Saedo in 21st and Springsphere at the back of the grid with the number... the number 7 Porsche. But good luck to him. We'll see what kind of pace he can have on the day. I think he has raced quite a few times, so he should be quite good out there. I see we have Boost Lisa saying, "Let's go, Nate." So Nate's got a fan out there. Lisa, are you related to Nate? Oh, we also have Edwin Gamer saying, "Let's go, Nate." So you guys, how do you know Nate? Let us know. But he is currently in P8, one of the debutants today, so good luck to him. Any debutant in XCL that can get in the top 10 is a great little finish, but it'd be awesome if he could get into top 5. We'll keep an eye on him out there if he has some fans out there. Stanford just saying, "Let's go, Bimmer." We're just coming around the last section now. But yeah, it's Edwin Gaming saying he's our best mate. So Boost Lisa and Edwin Gamer, you are the fans of Silent Nate. So yeah, we'll wish him all the best out there today. Let me just quickly change the camera, guys, so we can have a better angle out there for the first lap, at least. We'll go to the Sky helicopter cam. Jokers since 2001 saying he is my brother. So Nate's got a big fan base out here today, so I always like it when we get a few people coming up we'll be able to see him, guys. If you're looking at the camera now, you'll be able to see Nate then in that BMW on the left hand side of the screen, fourth car back. Let's see what he can do on his XCL debut. He's got a debut of Martin in P5 ahead of him, so we'll see what he can do. But Benji has a good start here, and he dives down the inside of both the Ferraris. The Porsches are always a really, really good starter here. And as Benji comes in, is Partik going to dive down the inside? He does. Benji manages to get past Streaky Cub, though, and that is going to allow Martin to get around the outside, trying to see if he can get past Streaky Cub, but he manages to hold it there. Big Al stays in 5th place. It does look like Silent Nate managed to make up 2 places at the start, up into 6th place here, so that's all good. That's going to please all his fans in the on the Twitch chat today. He has got Jay Kirk alongside him here, but it looks like he's going to hold the inside line here. Partik does make it out into the lead, but it is Benji that did have the good start there that has put himself up into P2 here. Streaky Cub, though, once he gets that car up to speed, will start putting pressure on him in P3 currently. The debutant of Martin is up in 4th place at the minute. He's looking pretty racy from the start. Big Al stayed out of trouble there. He's in 5th place. Silent Nate, like I said, did make up 2 places at the start. He does have Jay Kirk now putting pressure on him down the straight. Can Aston Martin out-drag Silent Nate down to the sweeping right-hander? They want to be careful, guys. This is side-by-side. Is the Aston Martin going to tuck it in? He does. He gets a bit of a wobble on there, and that is going to allow Sammy to have a look up behind him. But Silent Nate does stay strong there, and he does take 2 places in the opening lap here. Masano currently in 9th place with Sunny Daddy in 10th, and then Albie in 11th currently. But just go back to the start quickly, just so we can watch the drivers cross the line at the minute. But it's a Partick out lead. Benji does take that optimistic 2nd place at the start. The Porsches are always good starters. They have a better acceleration out there. So, but I think he will start to come unstuck as Streaky Cub starts to get that pace of that Ferrari back into place. But Martin having a good debut here, currently holding that 4th place spot. But as Partick does cross the line, he will take that first lap lead. And we do know that if Partick can hold on to this, he will become the new XCL bronze rated driver. So good luck to him. Benji is going to hold 2nd. Streaky Cub is going to come across the line in 3rd. Martin is in 4th. Big Al is in 5th. Silent Nate is currently in 6th place with Jay Kirk still all at the back of him. This is going to be a big race here between the BMW and the Aston Martin driver. Sammy has got a little bit of a train forming behind him. He's currently in 8th place with Masano. Looking pretty racy behind him, just touches the back of him there. They go alongside, side by side here, and also the Porsche of Albie alongside Sunny Daddy behind. Is Masano going to dive down the inside of Sammy? Here he does, and then Sunny Daddy is going to look pretty racy on him as he's going to lose 2 places in the space of 2 corners. He does think better off it, and DJ Albie is going to come down the inside now, but Sunny Daddy does hold it out, and he will just stay behind Sammy there. So that's going to be these 4 road drivers are going to be back and forth. Just go back here. It looks like Jay Kirk is still looking pretty quick behind Silent Nate, but we should be okay there for a minute. Let's have a look at the rest of the field. So Martin SWK is in 12th in the 2nd place BMW. So you can see with Silent Nate in 6th place that BMW does have pace out there today. Farrell's made up a lot of places at the start. He is currently P13 with Jerkio behind him in P14. Wenger's trying to claw that one back here. He's got a good bit of slipstream here, currently holding that P15 spot. Stephen behind him in the Soul Nissan today. He is currently holding 16th place with Hush Webb behind him in 17th. Saedo is currently 18th place with Bimmer in 19th. Tilo Staz looks like he's had a bad start here because he was in 12th place after qualifying. Now finds himself down into P20. Rewex is in 21st place, 1.2 seconds back, and it looks like Springsphere has opted to pit on the first lap. As we do know, guys, this is a mandatory pit stop race, only for fuel, so you can do a splash and dash here, and you can take that just a 1 litre of fuel. But Partick, as you can see, has managed to break a gap of, let's see what the time as it goes across the line. It was 2.3, it's 2.6 now. So Benji is holding on to that 2nd place, but you can see Streaky Cub starting to claw that back. Now only 0.8 behind, so we'll keep an eye on this one, as I think as soon as if that Ferrari or Streaky Cub can get close to Benji, I think he'll just drift straight past him down that back straight. So we'll keep an eye on that one, guys. Martin has fallen right back off his pace now, and that's allowed the likes of Big Al and Silent Nate just who are about 0.7 back from Martin, and then Silent Nate's 0.7 back from Big Al, and then Jay Kirk's 0.8 back from here. So this is a big battle here for what is 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th in this race. So keep an eye on this one, guys. This one's going to be really, really good as the race starts to unfold. Remember, like I did say, there is a pit stop in this race, so it is going to come down to who can stop in their box quicker and who can do well here. We'll just we'll ride with Silent Nate for a second as we keep on board with what's going on in the chat. Boost Lisa saying he's a good friend. Edwin Gaming is saying go Nate, go Nate, go Nate. So it looks like Nate's getting all the plaudits so far. He is starting to catch up with Big Al ahead of him. Look at that gap closing down. All that BMW's got some fantastic straight line speed. He hasn't got enough straight though. Can he just hold it? Because this is all quite a tricky corner. You see those markers on the left hand side as they come round there. If you do cross those lines more than 3 times in the race, you will get a penalty, a drive-through penalty for exceeding track limits. But it looks like Martin has started to fall off the cliff a little bit here. He is falling back from the guys ahead, but these guys behind, Big Al, Silent Nate, Jay Cook, they're all looking pretty racy out there. This is a great race out here, guys. Martin, like I said, he's just doing his best to hold off these guys. He has got good pace, obviously, because of the way he did qualify. As I just want to quickly close back to Streaky Cub now, who is looking pretty close behind. Yeah, Streaky Cub's the closest he's ever been. He's now only 0.5 of a second behind. So we'll come back to that one in a second. I'm going to get down to the old straight here because it looks like Big Al is pretty close as well. So it looks like Martin is going to start coming unstuck here. And yeah, we see Silent Nate, Jay Kirk, Big Al, all these guys are going to want to start trying to get past here as it looks like Big Al gets a much better drive out that corner. Is he going to be able to pressure Martin down into the next corner? Silent Nate looking pretty. He's going to dive down the inside. Is he going to touch here? No, Silent Nate just manages to hold on to the brakes there. That was an optimistic move by him, and he almost clipped the back of Big Al. Big Al will be aware of that in his rearview mirrors, and he'll be getting a bit nervous about that, and that has allowed Martin just to escape up the road a little bit here. I just want to look at Streaky Club. So it looks like Obenji can just get enough drive out that last little complex there to get himself away on the straight that allows Streaky Club not the opportunity to catch up there. But we need to keep an eye on these ones, because this is some really good battles here. One for what is second and third place, and then one which is for the top 4. Big Al is really closing down on that Lamborghini now. Is he going to have enough straight to overtake? He dives down the inside. That is going to get him enough. Yeah, he's going to be able to dive down the inside here. Is he going to be able to hold that line? Martin is going to try and get back down the outside, and Martin goes really, really wide there, and that's going to allow Silent Nate to get up on the back of him now. Yeah, Martin here has lost that 5th place spot. Oh, Silent Nate gets so close to the back of Martin here. This is really, really good battling by 4th, 5th and 6th out here, guys. I'm really excited by this one. Jay Kirk is really trying his best to stay out there, but he just cannot hold on to the back of these guys. Sammy looking pretty racy here on Massano. He is about 0.2 of a second back here, trying to get past for what will be 8th place in this race. There's quite a few decent battles going on here as well, guys. If you look at the battle for what is 12th and 13th here, Wenger's looking pretty racy on the back of Jerkio here. This could be quite a good. Jerkio is about 3.6 seconds back off of Martin. Let's see what it is. Yeah, 3.7 now. So, but Wenger can get himself up into the P12. Just want to take a moment to mention the people that have pitted as well. So, Sunny Daddy, currently in 19th place, is currently the net pit leader. What I mean by that is out of all the drivers that have pitted, he is in the lead, which does mean, obviously, looking at the track map as well, he does have a lot of free air out there. So if he can start pumping in some good laps, he might come into, oh, as I say that, he just goes completely wide. Is he going to collect Spring Spheres? He comes back on. Spring Spheres going to try and get down the inside here. No, he's played it safe. He's going to, taking an early line here. Can he drag race him down to the first corner? I was just saying there, Sonny Daddy just has to pump in some good laps. As I said that, he hit the marbles out there and has lost the place to Spring Sphere, and that's not going to be good news for him here. But Spring Sphere does capitalise on that place, and now Spring Sphere makes himself the net pit leader of this race. He's got an 18-second gap to Saedo. Now we do know that the pit lane here is a very, very long pit lane. Just want to ride here. Let's just go through the order, guys, and keep you up to date with what's going on. So GSW Partik is out in the lead. He's got a 6.2 second lead and the fastest lap over Obenji in second. Obenji in that Porsche, which does have a hindrance on straight line speed, is doing his best right now to keep Streaky Cup behind him. This is a fantastic battle for second and third place in this race. Now Big Al, and obviously before that Martin, is really struggling to keep up with this battle. And although Big Al, since getting past Martin, has broken out a second gap over Martin behind him, Martin is the leader of the debutant drivers. But what is quite exciting for these guys is that Martin is racing against another debutant driver in Silent Nate. So 5th and 6th currently racing to become the top debutant today. Both of them having their first race of XCL, and it does look like at the minute that Silent Nate's looking really, really racy on him. I'll just say this for a second. This looks like this could be an overtake for what would be P5 in this race. Martin's got a really bad run out that corner. This is going to allow Silent Nate to get down the inside. Really good on the brake. Oh, he late brakes massively there. Silent Nate goes flying off the track. I don't know what happened there. That was a major, major bit of a brake problem. But has he had a... No, he's going to lose a place here potentially to Jay Kirk as well. I have no idea what happened there, but he really, really missed his braking zone. So I was going to say that was going to be a really epic battle there for what would have been 5th place. But that is going to put Silent Nate right into the clutches of Jay Kirk here for what is 6th and 7th. That's really unfortunate for him. He's going to have lost about 2 or 3 seconds there. We'll keep an eye on that one. But yeah, Jay Kirk now is going to be in the slipstream of Silent Nate. And is this going to go from bad to worse for Silent Nate? He was about to make a pass for P5. And he's now going to fall down to P7 after a couple more corners. That Aston Martin, is it got enough straight line speed? No, it looks like no. It looks like the BMW has had enough to hold it off. Is that Obenji in the background there? Oh, that looks like Benji's had an accident now here. So he was in P2 and he's now fallen back. And that is Silent Nate now potentially being able to chase him down for what would be another, well, that would be 5th place again promoted. But I do not know what's happened to Benji there. That's really unfortunate for him. That's going to promote Strikey Cub up to 2nd, Big Al up to 3rd. But let's just go back down the rest of the order quickly, guys. And we'll catch up with this battle in a minute because this is not going to end anytime soon. So Sammy is in P8. He is now just clawing up to the back of this battle with all these guys squabbling ahead of him. He then has a 6-second lead to DTI Albi. So, yeah, there's a big battle between, like, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th there. Albi is in a race with SWK here. But, yeah, he's got about 6-second lead over him. Actually, what's happened here? This is a... Martin was about... I don't know, it looks like maybe there's been a crash here or something. It looks like Albi was in 9th place, but I'm looking at this now. I think he's fallen right down the order. Yeah, so Martin SWK is now in 9th. Jerkio's in 10th. Wenger's now made himself up to 11th place. Stephen is now in 12th, and it looks like DTI Albi's had a crash out there as well. That's 2 Porsches having a crash on the same lap here. He's now down into P13. Bimmer's currently holding 14th place, but he's 9.6 seconds back. He's not got a lot of pace out there currently. And Tilo Stars, one of the other debutants, is out there racing in 15th, but he is yet to pit as well. And then Springsphere coming around the last corner now. He is the net pit leader. He has Sunny Daddy behind him, and then Farrell behind him in 18th, Masano in 19th, and Hush Webb in 20th. What's unlucky for the drivers behind that is Saedo currently in 21st, is 10 seconds back, and he has not pitted either. And then Front Door Bandit is in 22nd. Let's just go back out to the front again. So we do know that Partik is out in the lead. He is now starting to lap cars out there. He has a 13-second lead over Big Al's. It looks like, oh, I'm wondering if Streaky Cub has had a bit of a coming together with Benji here, because both these drivers have fallen down the order. That would probably make sense, because Big Al is now 13.8 seconds off of the lead of this race. So all these drivers, they can have damage out there as well. I don't really know here, but Streaky Cub is now in 3rd place. Martin in 4th, Benji in 5th, Silent Nate in 6th, Jay Kirk in 7th, and Sammy in 8th. So at the minute, we have between 2nd and 8th place about 5 seconds. So actually, any one of these top 8, between 2nd and 8th could get themselves on the podium today. So all the fans of Silent Nate out there might be getting a bit excited about that, because Silent Nate, if he can make a few passes here, would get himself up into the podium, as we do see Big Al opt to be the first of these drivers to pit. So although that allows Streaky Cub to go up into 2nd and Martin into 3rd, and obviously Benji 4th, and then Silent Nate looks like he's trying to make a move on Benji here, but we do know that Big Al is technically net 2nd in this race. It's a big long pit lane. So like I said, we will see where he comes out in relation to everybody else. Will he get some clean air out there, as we do see all the drivers pass him now. But yeah, this is looking really good for... It's basically just who can stay out of trouble the longest here. As it looks like Benji's had another mistake out here. That's allowed Silent Nate up into 5th place here. Jay Kirk is now trying to put pressure on Benji here. I don't know what's happening to Benji. His race is... he's having a bit of a wobble out there at the minute. But Silent Nate, because of that, he's moved himself up into P4. So if he can start to claw down Martin, who is currently the lead debutant driver out there, Silent Nate's got a 2.8 second deficit on him, but there is still just over 15 minutes to go. So yeah, Silent Nate does have a great opportunity out here to potentially get himself on the podium if he can do really well out there. But Benji is just throwing this one away. Jay Kirk now getting alongside him. Like I said, we do know that Porsche does have a straight line speed deficit of about 10 miles an hour on some of the other cars. Jay Kirk seems to have a lot of high downforce setup, because even in the Aston Martin, he does struggle to get that top line speed out there. But yeah, Jay Kirk, as Benji goes wide again there, that's a really wide line. Is that going to allow Jay Kirk to get up on the inside of him here? That is there are a few different lines through that corner here, but this is fantastic battling by all these guys. I really don't know who's going to finish on the podium just yet, but it looks like Wenger now is right up on the back of Stephen for what is P10 in this race. I don't know what they'll be after all the pit stops, but yeah, Wenger having quite a good race really to his standards. I think he has had a few bad ones out there, but yeah, Wenger racing for Stephen here for 10th and 11th. That's really, really good. DTI Albi, we do know, has the pace to be ahead of these guys, so we'll see what he can do as the race unfolds. But Partik now has an 18.7. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So Streaky Cub has now decided to pit, as well as Sammy 10.27. So I want to ride now with Big Al and see where he can come out in relation to these guys. So he's currently coming around the last sector now. Does Streaky Cub stop anytime soon? So he is going to stop in his box soon. Where's Sammy? So Sammy's already stopped out here. Streaky Cub has stopped. Now the question is have they accidentally put... oh, Benji's in the pit lane as well here. There's loads of guys coming in the pits. So where is Big Al? So Big Al's coming down the start-finish straight now. Sammy has finished his pit stop as we see Big Al come past. Where is Streaky Cub? I think Streaky Cub has accidentally changed his tyres or something because he is massively down the order. Because he was right behind. He was right behind. I've lost all of my names here. Sorry, 1 second. I'm in a world. I'm so confused. I've lost the name of the drivers. Yeah, Streaky Cub was chasing Big Al. That's it. Sorry, but obviously because it hasn't triggered the restart yet. Sorry. So Big Al is now in the lead, but he's got a big lead over Streaky Cub ahead of him. So that's going to be about sort of 3 or 4 seconds. He was about a second behind now, so I think he's gained about... Yeah, so you see now it's about 4.5 seconds out here. So that might allow maybe some of those other drivers, if they have a better pit stop, to dive in there. Because that's another thing as well. So you look at people like Silent Nate, for instance, and Martin. We don't know how much fuel they've got. So if you look at someone like... you know, Big Al and stuff, they've pitted with 15 minutes to go, which means they've had to add more fuel into their car, which means that they have to... you know, be in the box for longer. Whereas if Silent Nate or Martin can go longer in this race, that will allow them then to pit stop for less. As it looks like, as I say, that Silent Nate is coming in the pit stops now, and is Jay Kirk as well. Just another pit stop race out here. How can these guys get on? So we need to look at these two guys in relation to everyone else. So we have now started to see all the main drivers starting to pit here. So Springsphere, following those pit stops, has pipped on quite a lot of people, you see. He's got past quite a few. But it is still Big Al in the lead of Streaky Cub, and then Sammy about 9 seconds back from them. So the question is where will Silent Nate come out in relation to these drivers? I don't think he's even stopped in the box yet. Big Al is coming around the last corner, so I think he's going to fall, as we see. So he's right at the end of the pit stops here. We will see coming in down the pit straight now. We will see the lead drivers. There they are. So that is there he is. That's Big Al there. And then where is that coming across the line? There is Streaky Cub, I think. Yeah, that is Streaky Cub going around the first corner now. So I think that's going to allow Silent Nate to maybe come back out in 4th place. So the question is where will he come out in relation to Martin when he decides to pit a little bit later on? Martin SWK, who has opted not to pit yet, he is currently in P3 in this race. We are almost coming up to the my new feature, so when we hit the 10-minute mark, we will pop it into the inside camera, and we will ride with 5 random drivers for a minute each on the inside camera, just to sort of give some a bit of a different perspective. Rewex saying he's had a power outage, he can't believe it. That's really unfortunate, Rewex. Apologies. It is frustrating when that happens, but if you have had a disconnect, please send the replay into the guides, and they can give you less of a point disadvantage. But let's see, yeah, with 10 minutes, or just under 10 minutes to go, let's ride with, let's go into the drive menu, and we'll start to get some of these. Let's go into the right camera. There we go. So we'll just ride with Party for a second. So basically what we do in this feature, guys, is for the next 5 minutes, for 1 minute each, we'll ride through 5 drivers, just to give you kind of an idea of what the inside of these cars look like, and how, you know, what kind of views they're looking at when they're racing out there. So we won't ride with Party. We're basically going to tap the trigger 4 times, and whoever it lands on is the driver we'll race with now. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are riding with Stephen in 16th place currently. We can see that his best lap so far there is a 57.8. He does have Wenger right behind him, as you can see there. Wenger has pitted and Stephen hasn't, so that will promote Wenger up a position. But we see here Stephen going really wide here. So he's going to get, as we see Wenger, so you can see on the little, looks like he's letting him pass. He didn't have to there, he is technically racing him for position. But Stephen out there in P17 in that Nissan, looks like he's not having the greatest day out there, but it is all a learning curve for these rookie drivers. That's why we have them. You know, so basically this just allows all the rookies to kind of race against people of a bit more of their similar level, so there's always a good battle going out there somewhere down the field. But yeah, Stephen out there with 1:57.8. That's our reference kind of time. He's 17th out of 23. He looks like he's coming in the pits now, and as he goes in the pits, you'll see that there's the marker there. It's a really tight pit lane here. But his minute is up, and we're going to switch now to 1, 2, 3, 4. We are now riding with Tilo Stars, which is a great little drop because he actually is one of the drivers that is a debutant today. You can see his fastest lap out there is a 1:58.9. Now, if you are new to XCL, so if you are new to ACC, you can see then in the top left-hand corner, you can see it's saying he's currently 18th for 23. He's got his best lap, his last lap, and also that green box you can see that's going up and down with the time. If it's in the green, it means he's doing a faster lap than his best lap, and if it's in the red, it means he's doing a bit of a slower lap than he has done before. Now, we do have to allow for kind of tyre wear in this race as well, so we do know that the lap times will start to get slower out there, but Tilo Stars currently in P18. He does have the leader ahead of him, so it looks like he has just been kind of as he goes a bit wide there. So this is the corner that's really, really important in this race, because obviously you want to get a good drive out of here, because then you have that little left-hander, and then you have that really long straight all the way down. You can see how far it is down there, but yeah, it's a good little stint by Tilo Stars. We go to the next driver here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We are now riding with Farrell 24. Looks like we haven't had a lot of action out there so far, but Farrell is out there. Okay, this is an interesting one as well. So you see the way Farrell's steering wheel is twitching around all over the place as he goes around this corner. You see when you watch some of the other drivers, it's a bit more smoother, whereas his is like there, his hand just flies. That basically indicates that he is a controller racer. So Farrell, who is currently P14, looks like he's defaulted every single lap he's set so far. But you see the way it's twitching around. So he is basically racing with a controller, so he doesn't have the smoothness of a steering wheel out there. So it's which is a bit unfortunate for him. But yeah, Farrell on P14. He's got 2.5 second lead over Bimmerer behind him, and he's about 7 seconds back from Albie ahead of him. But it's so hard to race with a steering, with a steering wheel. So hard to race with a controller, as you can see. So he has to make minor corrections. So every time he wants to go straight, he has to hit left, hit right, hit left, hit right. And it's a really, really tough job out there. As he goes really wide into the first corner, and that's his minute up. We'll go to the next driver now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We are now racing with DTI Albie. He's currently chasing down Massano. You can see Massano ahead of him here. He is currently in P13 here. Massano is about 3.2 seconds back. Although this guy's steering wheel is twitching around as well, that is just because the Porsche is a handful to drive, but he looks like he's probably racing with a steering wheel. Well, maybe not actually. Well, twist there, he might be another controller driver. So actually that's quite interesting that DTI Albie in 13th and Farrell in 14th are both controller drivers. You can see that DTI Albie's best lap is a 1:57.2. So yeah, he's having a bit of a good race out there. His last lap was a 1:58.2. So he's having a good, consistent race out there. Let's see what he can do on this sweeping right-hander. He did have a mistake early on. He could have finished in the top 10 out there, but yeah, currently P13. We'll wish him all the best as we switch to our last driver for this feature. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We are racing now with Big Al in second place. Now you can see his time is a 1:55.3 for his fast laps. You can see how much quicker he is, and he's got a 1:56.4 on his last lap. Now he is really in a race with Streaky Cub behind him, and then Martin behind him. They have all opted to pit now, so Martin has got out ahead. Stanford Justice says, love changing it up with the race camera views. Yeah, thank you, Stanford Justice. I mean, it was just, I thought, it's tough when you want to just run this view for quite long, so I think the little 5-minute feature where I just basically pick 5 random drivers, I don't know if everyone likes that feature. Do you like the way that runs, Stanford Justice? Would you like to see something different there? But I kind of like this little feature, just to sort of mix up at the end of the race, when obviously it starts to all settle into a kind of a rhythm and a groove. But if you do approve of the feature, I will continue it. But that is the end of the feature. Big Al currently chasing these guys down. We're all switching back to the normal camera view here and go back to here. So let's just go through the order again, guys, as it looks like Partik is now coming in the pits, and I don't think, I said, he will be challenged for that P1 position. Big Al is currently in second place. With he's got a 2.2 second lead over Streaky Cub. I wasn't expecting Big Al to be out there in second place, but based on the pace of everyone else, but it's a fantastic drive by him. Streaky Cub is currently about 2.2 seconds back. He has Martin behind him, about 0.7 seconds back. It looks like, unfortunately, Silent Nate hasn't had a great time in the pit stops, and he is 7.6 seconds back, but he has a 4-second lead over Sammy. So Silent Nate having a fantastic race out there, and a P5 finish on your XCL debut is nothing to be grumbled about. So really, really good driving by him. Yeah, Sammy in 6th place. He's got 3.4 second lead over Jay Cook ahead of him. Springsphere, who did start in last place without qualifying, pitted on lap 1, and look at this, like, he's made his way all the way up into 8th place in this race. Martin SWK is in 9th with Sunny Daddy rounding out the top 10 here. Everyone's going to fall into a bit of a rhythm here. Jerkio is in a race with Misano here for what is 11th and 12th. Misano looks like he's pretty racy on the back of Jerkio here. We've got about, so I thought you were going to hit the back of him there, but this is a side-by-side overtake here. This is a nice little overtake, and Misano is going to get past here, making way up into P11. Great little overtake there. Question is, with 5.4 seconds up the road to Sunny Daddy, can he close that gap and nick a P10 finish? DTI Albi is in 13th place. We do know this is one of the the controller racers. He has got Farrell behind him. Bimmer looking pretty racy now. We do know that Stanford Justice is cheering out. Is cheering on Bimmer here. Bimmer looking pretty, look like he's trying to get up onto the back of Farrell here. So we'll just ride with this one for. I'll come back to it in a second. So we're going to introduce everyone else, then we'll come back and have a look. Venger's 6.2 seconds back in 16th, with Hushweb 5 seconds back in 17th. Then Tilo Stars, the other XCL debutant, is currently in 18th place, with Stephen quite a way back in 19th. Oh, Benji looks like he's had a terrible time out there. He's 20th place and hasn't pitted as well. So I don't know if he's had a big crash out there, but it's really unfortunate for him because he was looking like a shoe-in to get a podium today. Saedo is currently in 21st place. In Front Door Bandit, we do know Joy late is out there racing in 22nd, but he's a few laps down, so unfortunate for him. But yeah, he just joined late into this race. What did I say? Let's just go back to Bimmer. Yeah, Bimmer was looking pretty good on... but he's not going to be able to chase down a Lamborghini and a Porsche, I don't think. As I said, though, he is closing that gap slightly. Stanford Justice saying 5 and 5 is good. Yeah, I think so. I'm glad you agree, Stanford Justice. It does look like, actually, here, Bimmer is looking... Actually, he is clawing that Lamborghini down. He has got a tight line there. That is going to be a hard corner to stick it in the throttle in, but... he's doing okay out there. Bimmer might have an opportunity to overtake at the end there. Martin is looking pretty racy now on Streaky Cub. Now, Martin is looking to get an XCL debut podium. So, Martin out here in 4th place. He's got... I think as they cross the line, would it be one more lap? No, I think as Party crosses the line. So, I think they've got one more lap after this one. I think looking at where Party is on the track, we're on the second from last lap. Martin, is he going to be able to get a drive down this straight? We'll see. I don't know what the slipstream is like on the Lamborghini versus the Ferrari and what kind of aero setups they've got up. But I will just sit with Martin here and see if he can claw that Ferrari in here. At the minute, it's not looking good out there. But always Streaky Cubs does start. Yeah, he has noticed that they are coming in close now. So what he's doing there is he's trying to break the toe by weaving left and weaving right. But it looks like Martin hasn't got the straight line speed. So even in the slipstream of that Ferrari, he can't close that gap down. So he is going to have to do it on the... Oh, he's getting really close now. So he's going to have to do it on this part of the track in the more kind of complex sections. He's going to try and cut back here. So he takes a wider line initially. Is he going to try and dive down the inside now? This is a battle for what is P3 in this race. So we'll have to stay with this one, guys, because... but you're saying... Sam just saying Bimmer is not bad for an old guy. So how old is Bimmer then? So we're just looking at this now. So Partick, we did know, is only 22 points away from being an XCL bronze-rated driver. He's done everything he needed to do. He got himself on pole. He's got the fastest lap of this race, and he will, barring any kind of major incident, take the win here. So, fantastic race by Partick. I will just stick with this battle, though, because this is a battle for what is the last podium spot. So it is the biggest race out there currently. Martin on his last lap here. This is going to be his last shot at this. So he is going to have to make this move now, or he's going to have to really, really be close behind coming down that long straight, because we do know he hasn't got the straight line speed advantage on that Ferrari, even in the slipstream. So Martin is going to have to make a move soon. He's going to have to try something here. He dives it late on the brakes, and I think that might be his challenge over, because that's going to allow the Ferrari with a couple of corners to go here to just before the big long straight to get a better drive out of the corners. You see that gap? I don't think, based on what I've seen before, he is going to be able to close that one down. Bimmer, we'll see what Bimmer's doing on Farrell here. So Farrell, yeah, he's got another lap to go yet, but I just want to go back to Partick, who is coming around the last couple of corners now. So Partick, like I said, did get the pole position, did get the fastest lap, did get the win as he comes on the last couple of corners now, and he will be XCL's new bronze-rated driver. So congratulations, Partick. Fantastic racing. I believe you've led every single lap of this race. It's absolute clean sweep. You've got pole position, fastest lap, race win, and led every single lap. Absolute grand slam. Great driving, and this is the perfect kind of display for somebody that you do know is going to be moving up to the bronze classes. So well done, Partick. Fantastic win, and yeah, well deserved, and congratulations on your bronze achievement. Big Al coming around now. He is, I just want to say, Martin is, I don't think he's going to make a move now, but I just want to ride with Big Al now. So Big Al, who just kept it clean. He did qualify in, was it 5th or 6th? Oh no, actually, I think it was 4th in the end, wasn't it? Sorry, yeah. But yeah, he kept it clean, stayed out of trouble, made the moves when it mattered. It looks like Martin here is, to be fair, Martin has showed a very clean and mature race here. He could have, you know, dive bombed Streaky Cub here, but these two drivers will be future bronze drivers for sure. And those drivers, and then Silent Nate, obviously the other debut driver, so he does take P5 here with Sammy behind him. So Martin in P4 and Silent Nate in P5. Fantastic debut drives by these guys. Future stars of XCL for sure. Jay Kirk takes P7 with Springsphere, who did, I said, didn't qualify, started on the last place, pitted on lap 1, and he's managed to get himself up into P8 of this race. Fantastic driving by him. Martin SWK will take a P9 here. I think he'll be happy with that. Sunny Daddy will take the P10. Masano will take P11 here. With DTI Albi just pipping Jerkio into 13th place here. Bimmer, who I'm saying stands just is 67 years old. So Bimmer, who will finish 14th place in the Porsche, which is a hard car to race around this track anyway. He is 67 years old. Fantastic driving by Bimmer. Goes to show you that age is just a number when it comes to ACC. Great driving, Bimmer. That is P14 for you. 15th place for Farrell. 16th place for Wenger. And then it was 17th Hushweb. 18 Tylo Staz, the other debutant. I think he had an collision out there early doors. But yeah, great driving nonetheless. Stephen in P19. Benji, who could have had a podium, failed. He must have had a few crashes out there. He finishes P20. Saedo P21. Front Door Bandit 22nd. And then Rewex, we know, did have that disconnect, is 23rd place. But that is some fantastic driving out there by everyone. Edwin Gaming saying 5th. Let's go, Nate. Yeah, it was a really, really great drive by Nate. Really mature driving out there. So he made a couple of mistakes in regards to just, been a bit late on the brakes, but he stayed out of trouble, didn't cause any collisions, and those are the exact kind of drivers we want at XCL. So, yeah, really pleased to have him on board. Partix NGG guys, Rewex NGG. So it's yeah, really, really good driving by everyone. Really happy with that one. That was a fantastic little XCL Rookie Tuesday. But thank you all for watching, guys, and remember to go back. If you obviously rewatch the races if you haven't. If you're catching this, just hopping on now, feel free to drop it back. Also, if you want to watch the bronze, silver, gold race, make sure to go over to the Dick Trickle Racing Network and watch that one back. Same track, just obviously with the bronze, silver, and gold rated drivers instead. So be sure to go back over and check the Dick Trickle Racing Network as well. But yeah, thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye bye for now.
Green light, go, go, go.